and welcome back. If you know that in the previous topic only we have completed the GST topic, so in short we have completed all the topics of your ICSE syllabus. Okay, you have completed all the topics, all the sums related to it and all the concepts. So students, now see what will be our plan. Now our plan will be we are going to revise all the topics. Okay, all the topics means see few topics which are related to direct formula based, no, that we are not going to revise, because in that you just have to learn the formulas and you just have to place the values in the formulas. Like banking, in banking you see there are direct only two formulas, okay, of calculating the interest and the amount. So for that type of topics we will not discuss, because in that you just have to learn two formulas and whatever is given you just have to place the values in the formulas. Okay. Now rest all the topics we are going to discuss. So how we are going to revise? First of all, we will revise all the concepts, and concepts also we are not going to discuss very much in detail, because one time concepts you have already learned. Okay, no doubt if important concept is there, we are going to revise that important concepts little bit in detail. But all the other concepts we will just go through it. We will see the overview of the whole topic, which things are important from the examination point of view, and then we'll discuss and solve few sums based on the concepts. And then sums also will be different from the videos which you have got. Okay, the sums which are in the video and the sums which you are going to do in the revision, then two sums will be totally different. So it will not be the same type of sums. So don't think that the sums will be the same as you have seen in the previous video. The sums will be different. Okay, our idea is that all the concepts should be very much clear. Now see, so today we are going to start with the shares and dividends. We are going to revise this topic. Now shares and dividends you have done long back, so it might be possible that few concepts you might have forgot or few things you must not be aware in this topic. So what we are going to do, we are going to revise first all the concepts and then we will see few important sums based on this topic. So this will be our revision plan. Okay, banking we are not doing because it is just a formula based topic. So after banking we will go in sequence. So after banking we are starting with shares and dividends. Okay, in shares and dividends first we will learn all the concepts, then we will see the then we will see the sums, or we will solve the sums based on this concept. Okay, so let us start. Students, in shares and dividends you must remember there are few important terms that you have to remember. Yes, the important terms are nominal value or the face value. So in your exam from these two any name can come, nominal value or face value. Face value means that is the price of the share. Okay, nominal value or face value, that is the price of original price of the share. Face value can be 10, it can be 100, it can be 20, it can be any value. So that is called a nominal value. Short form is NV or FV. Then it comes to dividend. Okay, what is dividend? Dividend is the income generated by the shareholders. It is the income. Okay, dividend. Now see, when the company gives the dividend, if the company has got very good profit, then what they decide? They decide to distribute that profit among the shareholders, and that profit is called dividend. Okay, so that profit is distributed to all the shareholders. So the person who is holding the share of that company, they will start earning from that. So you can see it is a type of income. Dividend is type of income for the shareholder. But remember, dividend is always calculated on nominal value or face value. Okay, remember this important thing, always calculated on nominal value or face value. Okay. Now second thing is at par. Okay. Now see, whenever any share is listed in the stock market or at the day of listing, there are only three possibilities. Either the price of the share goes up, or the price of the share goes down, or the price of the share remains as it is. Okay. So at par means the price of the share will be equal to the face value. Price of share will be equal to the face value. Now below par means below par, or you can also say at a discount. So if the share opens at a below par, means if the price of the share is below par, means it is less than the face value. So less than the face value, or whatever is the value of the share. Suppose see, just now you can see, just now nowadays so many IPOs are coming. Okay, initial public offering, so many are coming. Suppose the share of the price is 500 rupees, and on the day of listing, if the share opens below 500 rupees, then it is called below par, or the share opened at discount. Okay, above par or at premium. Okay, here you can just write the market value instead of face value. You can just write the market value. Market value means the price at which at present the share we are able to purchase. Okay, the price at which we are able, the current price going of the share, that is called the market value. Now above par or at premium means the share, the price of the share will, suppose if the price of a share is 500 rupees, then on the day of listing it will open above 500 rupees, because more than the market value. So it is more than the market value. Now market value, I have told, market value is nothing but the price at which you are purchasing the share, or the price at which the share is currently selling. Okay, the current price of the share, that is called a market value. And then it is a rate of return. How much you are earning, that is rate of return. So how will you find the rate of return? That is, what is your income upon investment into 100. Suppose I have invested 1 lakh rupees and my income is 20,000. So 20,000. Okay, now tell me students, in share market, how can we get the income? In the form of dividend. So dividend is one type of income for you. So income upon investment into 100. This will give you the rate of return. Okay. Now see, as I have told you, there is no need to learn any formulas in the shares and dividends. Okay, you can do any method. You can also apply unitary method for finding the rate of return. For finding the number of shares, for that also you can find without using the formula. So you can also find by using unitary method. So in the whole, so these are the few concepts that you must remember. First of all, these three words: market value and dividend. Always remember, dividend is always calculated on nominal value and face value. Okay. Except these students, there are no other concepts in this topic. Okay. But yes, in the question you have to identify which is the face value, which is the market value, and you should know the meaning of this. Okay. When we have done the shares and dividends topic, at that time we have discussed all these things in detail. So in revision, what we are going to do, we are just going to see the overview of the whole topic. Okay, which are the concepts that you should know for this topic. Okay. So students, you can see all these topics. Now we will see sums based on the shares and dividends. We will discuss few sums, few important sums based on these shares and dividends. Okay, so one more thing, if you want to remember these three things, there is another way of remembering. You can also remember in this way: at par means market value is equal to the face value. Below par means market value will be lesser than the face value. If this you want to remember, market value will be greater than the face value. Okay. The day on which this share will open, at that time what will be the market value? Okay, if it is more than the face value, then the share is opening at above par or at premium. If the market value is opening lesser than the face value on the day of listing of share, if the share price of the share is lesser than the face value, then you can say it is a discount. At par means the market value and the face value price will be equal. And students, one more thing, number of shares, sorry that I forgot. So number of shares, how will you find? Your total investment upon price of one share or market value of one share. Suppose if I want to invest 50,000 rupees and I am interested in a particular share and the price of the share is 500 rupees, so 50,000 divided by 500. So how many shares I can bring? Okay. So in that way you can find the number of shares also. So students, you can see all these are the only concepts which are there in this topic, shares and dividends. Okay. Now we will discuss few sums based on all these concepts. Okay students, let us see the first one. We are going to see students, when we are doing the revision of the topic, some of the sums you might be feeling it very easy, but we are going to cover all different type of sums. Okay. It might be possible that few sums you might be feeling it very easy because it shows that you have already mastered this concept. Okay. But we are going to cover all different type of sums. Okay. So let us see the first one. Find the dividend due at the end of a year on 250 shares of ₹50 each if the half yearly dividend is 4% of the value of the share. So in this sum what they are saying, we have to find the dividend of the whole year. And here the 4% dividend is given, it is only of half year. Okay. So of the whole year dividend will be 8%. So you see these things you have to identify in these shares and dividend sums. What is this 250? What is this 50? So from this I can say, so whenever you are writing your paper so please mention what is this 250. So here I can say 250 is number of shares. So write all the data so that the examiner will think that your concepts are clear. So number of shares are 250. What is this ₹50? It is the face value. So face value of a share is ₹50. And what is this dividend? So due at the end of a year. So yearly dividend I can say it will be 8% because half year it is 4%. So yearly it will be 8%. And we have to find the dividend. Yes. Now as I told you, dividend is always calculated on face value. Okay. So first let us calculate what will be the dividend on one share. So dividend on one share will be 8% of ₹50 because the face value of a share is 50. So it will be 8 upon 100 into 50. So it will be 8 5s are 40. So ₹4. Okay. So it will be ₹4. So on one share I am getting a dividend of ₹4. That is my income. I can also say the income. Okay. So on one share I am getting an income of ₹4. So now how much dividend I will get at the end of a year? So therefore dividend at the end of a year will be ₹4 I am getting on one share and I am holding 250 shares. So it will be 250 into ₹4. Now 25 4s is 100 and 0. So ₹1000. So what will be dividend I will be getting at the end of the year? That is ₹1000. The important thing you have to remember is dividend is always calculated on the face value or the nominal value of a share. Many a time students does mistake, they calculate the dividend on market value, but which is wrong. Okay. Why dividend is not calculated on market value, that we have learned in detail in the video when we have done this topic of shares and dividends. Okay. So in this way you will find the dividend at the end of a year. Okay students, now let us see the next example. Okay students, let us see the second one. Okay, here it is written a dividend of 9% was declared on ₹100 shares selling at a certain price. Okay, so here in a share a dividend of 9% was declared on ₹100 shares. So what is this ₹100 shares? Yes, it is the face value of the share. was selling at a certain price. So we don't know what is the market price of the share. It was selling at a certain price. We don't know what is the market price. If the rate of return is 7%, means the income which I am earning is 7% on my investment. So we have to calculate the market value of the share and the amount to be invested to obtain an annual dividend of rupees 630. So if I want to obtain a dividend of rupees 630, annual dividend of 630, then what is the amount I have to invest? Okay, the amount to be invested to obtain an annual dividend of rupees 630. Okay, students, now let us see. First of all, what is given to us? Dividend is given to us 9% and face value of a share is rupees 100. Dividend is dividend is 9%. Okay, and was selling at a certain price and rate of return. So first we'll write all the data. Rate of return is 7%. Okay, my rate of return is 7%. Now students, first of all, what we can get from this? Okay, we know the dividend is always calculated on the face value. So the face value of a share is already given to us. It is rupees 100. So now I can calculate how much dividend I will get on one share. Yes. Therefore, dividend on one share is equal to 9% of 100. So when you calculate, it is rupees 9. Okay, I know from one share I will get rupees 9 as a dividend. So this is my income. Okay, on one share I am getting an income of rupees 9. Now it is written that the rate of return is 7%. Okay, but like this, how many shares I have? Okay, I don't know the number of shares. Okay, number of shares I don't know. Okay, so dividend on one share is 9% of 100, so that is rupees 9. Now from this we have to find the market value of the share. So how will you find the market value of the share? So market value of the share is unknown, so you can assume that as X. For students, you can also do by unitary method over here. Okay, and see the second one. The amount to be invested to obtain an annual dividend of rupees 630. So if I want to get an annual dividend of 630, how much amount I have to invest? Okay, now let us see. So dividend on one share is rupees 9. So rupees 9 I am earning on one share. So if I want to earn a total dividend of 630, so you can write shares, number of shares and dividend. Okay, when I am getting a dividend of rupees 9, at that time, how many are number of shares? 1, because this is the face value of one share. Now, if I want annual dividend of rupees 630, so then what will be the number of shares? Then you can easily find. So when you cross multiply it, 630 upon 9, 70. So 70 are the number of shares. And see students, you can calculate 70 into 9 will be 360. So 70 will be my number of shares. Okay. Now I have to find the market value of the share. Still I have not got the market value of the share. What is with me? Number of shares I am having just number of shares is 70. So from this I have got the data as 70 rupees. Now students, rate of return. Okay, rate of return, you know, it is income upon investment into 100. Okay, so what is your income? Your income on one share is 9. So your total income is 70. So total income is rupees 630. Okay. Now how do you find rate of return? So rate of return, we know it is income upon investment into 100. Now I know rate of return is 7%, so it will be 7 into my total income is 630 upon investment I don't know into 100. So we can simply cross multiply. We can say 630 into 100 upon 7. So it will be rupees 9,000. So what is this 9,000? That is my investment. So my investment will be rupees 9,000. Okay students, now can you calculate what will be the market value of the share? Okay, tell me how do you calculate? See, you know my investment is 90,000 rupees. Okay, my investment is 90,000 rupees. From this rate of return we have calculated, the investment. I am investing 9,000 rupees in this. Okay students, now this part you calculate and tell me. Okay students, I hope you were able to find the market value of the share. Okay, so what I am telling students, see, you can also use the unitary method. Okay, or in this also, if you are not able to remember the formula, then this part also you can solve by unitary method. Okay, students, let us discuss another sum. Okay students, let us see the next one. A man buys 500 rupees 20 shares at a discount of 20%. See students, many times students get confused in this. They are not able to identify what is this rupees 20 and here is given in percentage. So they don't face much problem, but sometimes in another sum we will see in that also rupees is written. So you have to identify which is nominal price or which is the number of shares. All the things you have to identify very carefully. And receives a return of 10% on his money. So a man is buying 500 means that is the number of shares. So first let us write the data. Number of shares a man buys is rupees 500. What is this rupees 20? Face value of a share. Yes, face value of a share is given to us rupees 20. What is the dividend they are getting? Okay, dividend it is not given. We have to find the rate of dividend. And at a discount of 20%. So discount is 20%. Okay, so what will be the market value of a share? So first let us find market value of a share. Now see, the face value E of a share is rupees 20. But when we are going to, now the share is going down because see, the share is available at a discount of 20%. Means discount of 20% means market value will be less than the face value. Okay, so 20 minus 20 percentage of 20. Because when I am going to purchase this share, I am getting a discount of 20%. But the 20% I am getting on which one? On the face value of a share. So what will be the market price? Let us calculate. So 20 minus, so 0 will be cancelled. So it will be 4. So it is rupees 60. So what is the market value of one share? Rupees 60. Now how many shares I am purchasing? 500. Okay. Therefore, amount invested by me, amount invested is equal to rupees 60 into my number of shares are 500. So it will be rupees 8,000. Okay. It means I am investing. Total amount invested by me is rupees 8,000. So this is our first answer, rupees 8,000. Okay, if I am investing rupees 8,000 and see, okay, that is done, and a return of 10% of his money. And then on this 8,000 I am getting how much return? I am getting a return of 10%. So I have to find the rate of dividend paid by the company. So when I am investing rupees 8,000, at that time I am getting a return of 10% of my money. So I have to calculate the rate of dividend. Okay. Now you know 8,000 means it is how much percent? This amount I am investing. So I am investing 100%. Okay. So you can use rupees and percentage. So 800 is my 100%. So 10% investment I am getting. So what I will get? 8,000 into 10 upon 100. So that is rupees 800. So on this 8,000, how much income I am getting? So rupees means it is an income. Okay. So see, I am getting a return of 10%. You can directly find 10% of 8,000. So this is my income. 800 rupees I am getting, because on investment of 8,000, how much return I am getting? I am getting a return of 10%. 10% means you can directly find 10% of 8,000, it will be rupees 800. So what is the rate of dividend? So I can say therefore rate of dividend is equal to, what is my total investment? My total investment is 8,000. From that how much income is generated? 800 into 100. So let us calculate this. Okay, so it is 10%. So the rate of dividend paid by the company over here is 10%. Okay. So students, again see, it was an easier sum, but as I told you, what is this, what is this, and what is this? These things are very important to identify shares and division. By mistake, if you have identified wrong, the whole calculation will go wrong. Okay. So students, we are ending it over here. In the next session, we will be discussing few other sums based on the shares and dividends. Till then, goodbye and take care. Bye everyone. Okay, sorry, slight error we have made. Actually, this is rate of return only I have calculated. Rate of return is already given me 10%. Okay, but we have to calculate the rate of dividend. What is the percentage of dividend I am getting? I know my income is rupees 800. So that much dividend I am getting, but this dividend I am getting on which face value? So for that, what will be the total face value of 500 shares? That I need to find. So the total face value will be 500 into 20. So it will be rupees 5 to the 10 and 3 zeros. So it will be 10,000 rupees. Now dividend I told you always calculated on the face value. So rate of dividend. Okay, sorry, by mistake I have calculated the rate of return, but see the rate of return is already given to you. So dividend is always calculated based on the face value. So what is the total face value for my shares? It is 10,000 rupees. Okay. From that, how much total income I am getting? I am getting an income of 10%. That is rupees 800. So 800 and then into 100. So when I do the cancellation, you will see 2 zeros gone and 2 zeros over here. Okay. So it will be 8%. Okay, I forgot to find the total face value of the share. So always remember the dividend will be always calculated on the face value. Okay, this part you can also do by unitary method. 10,000 total face value. When the face value is 10,000, at that time I am earning 100%. But when I am earning 800 rupees, at that time how much I will earn. Okay, so that also you can find. Okay, students, now you can go through it.